All right, now that we've talked about the mechanisms of urine formation, now we need to look at the processes here. So the first process in making urine is the filtration. So filtration occurs in the renal corpuscle. So in the renal corpuscle. So we draw our little renal corpuscle thing. Okay. So here's that Bowman's capsule, you know that. And then we have our glomerulus inside, comes out. You know, we have our efferent arterial. Hold on, let me make this look a little better. And we have our afferent. So the efferent arterial, got our little glomerulus here, and Bowman's capsule. Okay. So basically, there are about 3 liters of blood in the body. Okay. So 3 liters blood in the body that have to be filtered. So in a 24-hour period, so in 24 hours, you filter 180 liters. So your body filters 180 liters into Bowman's capsule. Okay. So don't forget, blood coming from the renal artery through all those little vessels that go through the kidney ultimately come up through the afferent arterial and then into the glomerulus, and then out the efferent. Okay. So as a reminder, let's just kind of look at what regular sort of filtration is. So how the movement of things in and out of capillaries move. So you remember, this was from the vessel chapter. So you've got blood entering and blood leaving. It's coming from the heart. Eventually it goes to the capillary beds. So the pressure as it's going into the capillary bed, you know, is hydrostatic pressure. And that comes from blood pressure, right? And we know that when it comes in, it's at about 32 millimeters of mercury. And again, it's coming from the heart. So this is blood pressure. So it comes in, and that pressure on the capillary, because you remember this is endothelium and this is 1 cell layer thick cells, so it's a, you know, very thin wall here. Okay, so you know that as it goes in there, the pressure, the hydrostatic pressure or blood pressure, is pushing fluid out, and it's pushing fluid, and then stuff goes with it, whatever gets pushed too. Remember, we called that bulk flow. So as it goes down the capillary bed, it's less and less. Okay, so when the blood leaves the capillary bed, the pressure is at about 15 millimeters of mercury, whatever, of hydrostatic pressure. We also know that there is a opposing pressure from the outside. Well, not from the outside, but from the stuff that's in the vessel. The plasma proteins that are in the vessel are drawing fluid back in this way. And it's the same all the way down because of proteins that are in the vessel. It's not going to be different from one side to the next. So that was, I don't know, we'll say 30 millimeters per mercury, something like that, whatever. So that's going reverse back into the vessel. And then we said that at the end, there was a net filtration of about 3 liters per day that ended up here, and that had to go back to the heart through the lymphatic system. So this here, we know anything comes out this way is bulk flow. So that's fluid coming out, stuff being pushed through the wall, whatever. Okay, that is filtration. Bulk flow. So that's what's going to happen up here in the renal corpuscle. So we know that blood is flowing into the glomerulus from the afferent arteriole and flowing out the efferent arteriole. We know that there's pressure, blood pressure, hydrostatic pressure, because this is coming from, this is blood flow, right? So it goes into the glomerulus, and you have that 33 millimeters per mercury. But remember, this is not a straight line. So it's not just going to dissipate as it goes down, because it's just this knot of capillaries. It's not a line of capillaries. So it comes in and it pushes out like a regular capillary at 32 millimeters per mercury. It's pushing out into Bowman's capsule. Okay, so that's just blood pressure. And then, of course, we have the opposing, because of the proteins. Proteins shouldn't really go into Bowman's capsule. They're too big. So that opposing pressure is osmotic. Remember, should have put that here. Osmotic pressure. And then we have that here, osmotic pressure of 30 millimeters per mercury. So the osmotic pressure coming back into the vessel. Okay, and that's, again, from the proteins that are pulling it back in. Okay, but there's 2 other pressures going on here. So when blood comes in through the afferent arteriole, the afferent arteriole is larger than the efferent arteriole. So that means stuff going in is going in there quicker than it is leaving the blood. The blood that's coming in is coming in there faster than it is leaving. And that's creating also a pressure in the glomerulus. So that pressure of, so that pressure here is also pushing stuff into Bowman's capsule. Okay, and that's about 23 millimeters per mercury from the afferent arteriole. Okay, so that's a more stuff going out, being pushed into Bowman's capsule. Okay, So there's also fluid in Bowman's capsule, and that's causing, a pressure on the walls of Bowman's capsule. So it's also providing a pressure and movement into the glomerulus. So that is going back in that way. And that's about 15 millimeters per mercury. So this is fluid from Bowman's capsule. Because any fluid in a space is going to put pressure on the walls of the space that it's containing, okay? So that pressure is also providing a pressure going back towards the glomerulus. So if we sum all of these up, the total pressure ends up net-wise, so with about 10 millimeters per mercury going into Bowman's capsule. So that is the filtration, and we call it the glomerular filtration rate. So that is the net amount of stuff being pushed into Bowman's capsule, with considering all these different pressures moving into and out of the glomerulus, in and out from the Bowman's capsule, whatever. This is what's left. 10 millimeters per mercury pressure going into Bowman's capsule. And that is normal glomerular filtration rate, or GFR. Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about GFR, or glomerular filtration rate, what affects it, how it stays the same all the time in your body, and how the workings of it. So on the next video, we'll talk about that.